Welcome back. All right, news of the day video for all you fine people on the internet for your Wednesday, May the 7th, starting at the top of the board with the Utah Mammoth. Yep, it's official. I've seen complaints about them using the name Mammoth. Well, they can't do that. There's a lacrosse team in Colorado with the name Mammoth, and apparently they had the blessing of the lacrosse team in Colorado because, honestly, if we're going to just pick names that don't exist anywhere, good luck. So Mammoth is the name. I've seen complaints that it's not plural, but there is Mammoth Peak in Utah, which I'm pretty sure this is also a nod towards. Thus, the mountain, which is in the logo and then transforms into the mammoth head. And apparently, the mascot will be revealed before the season gets rolling, and I'm looking forward to that. I really am. But yeah, the mammoth logo revealed, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fine. And the road jersey, very, very little change between the road jersey they wore this season and what they'll wear next season, but there's enough there that if you have the one from the first season, you're probably going to want the one for the second season as well. And so, yeah, I think Utah's done a good job with their branding. I think Mammoth is a perfectly fine name. And once again, for anybody who wants to get all upset that things aren't plural, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, moving on to other news from around the NHL. Jonas Johansson is sticking around with the Tampa Bay Lightning, signs a 2-year extension, a $1.25 million cap hit for him. So he's developed into a pretty good backup for Tampa. Understandable he'd want to stay there and that they'd want to keep him. So yeah, Johansson has some job security now for the Tampa Bay Lightning as their backup. Sad news regarding the St. Louis Blues. General Manager Doug Armstrong stating that Krug is unlikely to play again. Krug missed the entire season after having ankle surgery, so it does not look like Tory Krug will be resuming his career. Absolute shame. Tory Krug was my favorite defenseman in Boston when he was there, and I do have a Krug Blues jersey, so at any rate, Tory Krug, a player that I will definitely be doing a career video on if it does turn out that his career is done, but I did not expect to be doing one this early on. I had figured he'd have another few years left, but this is why I don't complain about how much money players make, because at any point in time it could be done, and so make your money while you can. The New York Islanders, in searching for a general manager, have decided to go a little younger than Lou Lamoriello in Ken Holland. I guess is the front runner for the next general manager. I don't know how Islander fans are going to feel about Ken Holland being brought in as the next GM. Of course, he was general manager with the Edmonton Oilers, and it felt like, didn't he retire? I thought he retired. I was pretty sure he'd retired. So I'm surprised that Holland is a front runner, but I guess once you've been a general manager, you might feel the need to get back into that and try it again. So if Holland does end up being the next GM, how do Islander fans feel about that? I genuinely don't know how I would feel if tomorrow, if Patrick Alvin was out in Vancouver and if Ken Holland took over. I don't know. I'd have probably some mixed emotions. There's been a good track record with Holland at times, not so great at others. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. The Edmonton Oilers, they became the first team in NHL history to record 5 straight comeback wins in the playoffs. Absolutely ridiculous. And if you look at the scoring in third periods, yeah, they own third periods, which is weird because they were in Vegas last night against a team that normally owns the third period, and they did not own that third period last night. So Edmonton continuing against Vegas what they started against LA. I know that won't make LA fans feel any better, but at the very least, doesn't misery love company? So we'll see if Edmonton can keep it up, but 5 straight comeback wins is ridiculous. We'll see if they can go for 6. What's even better, though, is if you play with the lead. Just saying. Getting a lead and playing with a lead and protecting a lead, I think, is a little less stressful for the fans, probably less stressful for the coaches, but we'll see how things go. So we have 2 games tonight in the National Hockey League, Toronto and Florida. Toronto leading the series 1-0. Ekblad's back in the lineup for Florida. His suspension's done. Woll will be the starter for Toronto. It looks like Murray's going to be the backup. Hildeby's the third string. So Stolarz is not good to go. It's weird because yesterday I was seeing people going, well, maybe, and it sounds like he's home and he's probably fine. He was throwing up and got stretchered out and went to the hospital. That is a major concussion. I would be absolutely shocked to see a goaltender back in the net 2 days after a major concussion like that. So, at any rate, Woll gets the start tonight. I thought he was good in relief in game one. I don't see a huge drop off between Stolars and Woll. If you look at their numbers during the season, they were definitely comparable. Then at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific, Dallas in Winnipeg. And it looks like the Jets are going to be a little healthier. It does not look like Morrissey's playing, but it looks like Scheifele probably does. They're not confirming it, but with all the line rushes and practices and everything, it looks like he's going to be playing tonight, and that would be a huge boost to them. On the Dallas side, it looks like Robertson's a game time decision. No word on whether he's going to play or he's not, but Heiskanen won't, which tells me Robertson probably does. So Heiskanen's out for Dallas. He's been out for quite some time. It will be a huge boost to the team when he gets back, but he is not back in the lineup for them as of yet. So last night in the AHL, Laval, they take Cleveland out 4-1. They win that series 3-1. And Colorado won in overtime at home against San Jose. They now lead that series 2-1. Remember that this round is all best of 5 in the American Hockey League. Tonight there are 4 games in the American Hockey League. We have Providence in Charlotte. Charlotte leads that series 2-0, so they can complete the sweep tonight. As can Rockford. Rockford's at home against Milwaukee. Rockford up 2-0. San Jose and Colorado, after playing last night, they play again tonight. It's the American Hockey League, back-to-back sort of thing, even in the playoffs. So Colorado can finish the series with a win tonight against San Jose. San Jose's trying to force a deciding Game 5. And Coachella Valley's in Abbotsford. The series tied 1 game apiece. And it is going to be interesting because tonight my wife and the kids, they're going to be going out to watch the Abbotsford game. While I'll be home watching the Winnipeg game. It's just kind of weird that I'll be watching the Jets game and she'll be at the game rather than home watching it with me. So it's going to be strange. But anyways, yeah, we'll see how tonight's games go in the AHL. Let me know your thoughts regarding tonight's games in the NHL and your predictions and your thoughts on the name Mammoth. I think it's a good name. I do. I think of the choices they had, I think that was the best one. But hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It's greatly appreciated when you do. Thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon.